What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the podcast. This is Cornfield Confessional. I'm your host, Jake Brown. Nebraska baseball has entered the top 25. They are 24th in the most recent college baseball polls. They are as hot as ever. They've won 13 of 14. Let's take a look at those polls. So you can see UCLA, number one in the nation. They're 21-2. They're incredible. USC at 12th, 24-1. Then Oregon at 20th. They're 19-4. And there's your Huskers sitting at 24th at 18-6. Nebraska plays K-State tonight. That will be a tough matchup. K-State, 17-7 on the year. 3-3 in Big 12 play, but they're batting .324 as a team with 38 total home runs. That's insane. I don't know how they've hit that many. That's way more than Nebraska. So it'll be a tough matchup. It is on ESPN Plus. At the very least, make sure to check out the score or listen in on the radio. It'll be a good one. Husker black jerseys. These are unbelievable. I am buying one today after I record this. I wish basketball would wear black jerseys like this. Those are so cool. The Herbie Husker on the sleeve, the American flag. I love when Nebraska wears those black jerseys. Last thing on baseball. Let's check out the Big Ten standings. So UCLA in first. They are 9-0 in conference play. USC in second at 8-1. Nebraska jumped to third at 5-1. Oregon in fourth, they're 7-2, and then Purdue in fifth at 5-4. Everybody else, Iowa's okay, but you see the overall records. Once you get to Iowa, they're 14-8. Then everybody else is just really bad. So 5 teams that are legitimate in the Big Ten in baseball this season. Husker stat leaders, show you who's hitting bombs for us. So Mac Moyer leads us in batting average. He's hitting .409. He's also got 9 doubles. Dylan Carey, who's our best hitter, the RBI machine, he's hitting .394. He's got 39 total hits. He's got 8 doubles, 2 triples, 6 homers, and 31 RBIs. Case Sanderson batting .374. He's got 27 runs scored and 14 walks on the season. Jet Buck, he hit a grand slam in the rubber mats against Michigan. He's hitting .359. He's got 22 RBIs. Then Jeter Worthley batting .292 to round us out. Pitching leaders. So Cooper Katsky leads us with a 2.10 ERA. He's 3-0 on the season. He's only given up 15 hits and 7 runs, and he's only walked 4 batters. Gavin Blachowicz, 2.86 ERA. He's 2-1. Carson Jassa, the guy who could win awards for us, 3.99 ERA. That is steadily lowering, but he's 4-1 on the season, and he's got 45 strikeouts. Ty Horn, 3.26 ERA, 0-1, and he's got 32 strikeouts for the Huskers. So that rounds out baseball. Make sure to tune in if you guys can, or check out the score against K-State tonight at 6 o'clock Central, airing on ESPN+. All right, moving to Nebrasketball. Want to look ahead. Is this success sustainable? I've heard a lot of this. I've heard this topic talked about quite a bit on other podcasts, on SportsCenter and different shows. So I want to get into this. How real was this run, first of all? Well, this season, 28-6 right now, currently, best record ever. We finished second in Big Ten play, going 15-5. We're in the Sweet 16 for the first time ever. Won our first NCAA tournament game for the first time ever. Look at our stats. Top 30 offensive in efficiency, top 15 defense nationally, and we were shooting 35% from three-point as a team. So this absolutely is a legitimate team, but this didn't start just this season, okay? Most Husker fans know this. People outside of Husker Nation don't. In 2024, last year, We were the college basketball crown tournament champions. We were 21-14. Just barely missed an invitation to the NCAA tournament. The year before, 2023, Keisei Tominanga, the Japanese bomber. We were 23-11, 18-1 at home. Remember, we upset number 1 Purdue at home that year. And we got our first NCAA tournament appearance since 2014. Now, we got blown out by Texas A&M, but that was the start of this. And in fact, that's when we got ranked masked from the transfer portal, where Hoiberg has just been phenomenal in the portal. So it started with ranked masked back in 23. 3 straight 20-plus win seasons, 3 straight seasons getting into the postseason. It's never happened in Nebraska basketball. So can we keep it together? Well, let's look at our roster. Okay. You see, I've highlighted guys that are back, and I've crossed out in red guys that were losing. So, losing ranked masked, that hurts. You saw what happened when we didn't have him in last season, 2024. We definitely would have been a tournament team if we had him available. Just his overall production, 13.5 points a game, almost 6 rebounds, 3 assists. That's rare for a big man to get 3 assists a game. Yes, he was up and down this season, but 2023 and this year, he was absolutely imperative for us to have the success we did. So that's going to be a big loss. Jamarcus Lawrence will be a loss, but not the worst one. Turns it over a bit too much, didn't facilitate as much as I'd like him to, but his leadership is uncanny. 9.8 points a game, 2.5 rebounds, and 4 assists. That still will hurt. He scored 27 points against Indiana in that comeback win. He hit the game winner against Illinois. So he's shown at times he can hit and get hot from downtown. I still think his best shot is his jumper. Didn't take it quite as much as I'd hoped. Still has an opportunity in the rest of the tournament, but his loss will hurt but not be huge. Sam Hoiberg's the other big one. I think it's ranked masked and Sam Hoiberg are the 2 big losses that'll sting. Hoiberg, he's the glue guy. His heart and energy is going to be missed greatly. 9.4 points a game, 5.3 rebounds, and 4.4 assists per game. He also averaged 2 steals a game. That's why I think he's going to sting more than Jamarcus Lawrence. Lawrence didn't fill out the stat sheet like him. He also turned it over at bad times. Sam Hoiberg hardly ever turns it over. All he does is help us win games. But with that being said, Connor Esigian will be back. He's been hurt this whole year. He's more than likely going to get a medical red shirt and get another year. And then Ugnius Jarasuvic, another transfer guy that we got from the portal. He's been hurt the whole year. He will likely get another season of eligibility. So coming back, our best player, Price Sanford, hoping nobody gives him, a $10 million offer in the transfer portal. But Price Sanford, Braden Frager, Big Ten 6th Man of the Year. Ugnius, Berke Buchtengel's back, playing his best basketball of the season. Esigian, before he got hurt, he was the other sharpshooter from downtown for us. He's also a transfer from Wisconsin. Don't forget, Cale Jacobson's back. Leo Curtis, the freshman phenom's back. Kendall Blue is gone. Should have crossed him out. And then Justin Ballas is back. So majority of this team's back, guys. And thank God Esigian and Ugnius got hurt because they're back. So we retain the majority of this team. 2 big losses with Mast and Hoiberg, but I think we've got a solid group coming back. So the Hoiberg factor. Let's talk about Fred Hoiberg next. I think he's one of the best coaches in the country. He got dealt a shitty hand with the Chicago Bulls, but we all remember what he did at Iowa State. At Nebraska, what's he done? Well, now he's delivered 3 straight 20-plus win seasons. He set the program record for Big Ten wins with 15, and he earned a contract extension through 2032. Okay, 3 straight years, 20-plus wins, postseason basketball. He's absolutely done enough in my mind. And I don't think it's going to stop. I think he's going to continue to work his magic, get the right guys that fit his system, get studs out of the portal. I think he'll continue to get guys, out of high school, getting into recruiting next. And that's actually where we're going to transition now. So recruiting, that's the real test, okay? Well, for this upcoming class, we've got 2 4-star recruits ranked inside the top 100. That's very rare for Nebrasketball to get guys in the top 100. Colin Rice, small forward, and Jacob Lanier, another small forward. You see Colin Rice ranked 81st in the top 100. Jacob Lanier ranked 96th in the top 100. So momentum is coming. Momentum's carrying into recruiting. Right? We're ranked 33rd in the country in the 2026 recruiting class. That's really good. Hoiberg averages, mid to high 50s since his time, since he started in 2019. His best class was 2021 because of Bryce McGowan's, the 5-star we got. But he mainly utilizes the transfer portal. Okay, but it's good to see that even out of the high school ranks, we're getting some studs, and I think that'll only continue. Okay, but the transfer portal is what we're built on. Rank Mass from Bradley, Connor Esigian from Wisconsin, Price Sanford from Iowa, Jamarcus Lawrence from Rhode Island, Jared Garcia from Tulsa. That's what we built this on. That's what Hoiberg's done. This rise, it's smart transfer additions, it's role fit players over star chasing, and it's development within the system. So we really have become a plug-and-play program. If you remember, very similar to Wisconsin and Baylor in their peak years. So recruiting, I think if we stay, if we can live inside the top 30 in high school recruiting, that'd be great. That's where we're sitting now. And if we can continue to get guys from the transfer portal that fit this system, right, that are undisciplined, take care of the basketball, and can stroke it, we're going to be just fine. Now, what could break this? Well, I think there's a few things. Number one, depth concerns. Coming into this season, that was a big concern for myself and many Nebraska fans. We kind of checked that one off. That's not, a concern as we've come to recognize. Two, portal volatility. You never know. Somebody could offer Price Sanford $3 million a year and he could leave. I don't think that'll happen, but you never know these days with the transfer portal. Third, recruiting ceiling. We play in the Big Ten. It's the best basketball conference in the country right now. We're seeing that. 6 teams in the Sweet 16, but we've got a lot of blue bloods we're competing against. Michigan State, Purdue, Illinois, Michigan, all teams typically in the top 15, top 10 in recruiting. That's who we're having to go up against. So I think that's why it's even more imperative Hoiberg continues his work in the transfer portal. Michigan had the number 1 transfer class in the country this past offseason. We see what it's doing for them. So since we're not going to be able to compete with the blue bloods and get the best 5-star players, get solid 4s, 1 or 2 couple 4-stars every year, and then go get studs that fit the system in the portal. And that's what we've been doing. So while we're not going to compete for the top overall players with Michigan State, Kansas, UConn, Duke, I think we can still, with the plug and play, way, I think we can compete and still be a postseason team every year. So the final verdict, close out this episode. Yes, this success is sustainable. Absolutely. It's 3 years of this now. Now, my expectations going forward, I want to be realistic. I think this is going to be a consistent NCAA tournament team. At the very least, NIT, Crown tournament, we're going to make the postseason consistently. We'll occasionally have deep runs. I think we'll make a deep run this season. It already has been a deep run, but I think we're going to win another game, maybe another couple. And I think that'll happen occasionally. And then I think we're going to firmly be in the Big Ten's upper tier. I think, it's Michigan State, Michigan, Purdue, Illinois, and then I think we're right up there in that next tier. Nebraska, Wisconsin, Indiana. I think we're there and we're going to stay there. I really do. So those are my thoughts. Let me know your guys' thoughts. Can Nebraska sustain this success in basketball? Do we have the recruiting? Do we have the ability to recruit, the right players? Will we continue to get better players? Are we going to continue to have success in the transfer portal? How do you guys see this playing out in the coming years? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Make sure to like and subscribe. It helps the channel. Let friends and family know about me, fellow Huskers. Tell them to check out my channel. I do have an announcement, some big news. I did make, finally, after several emails and bugging the hell out of him and his team, I am now on, my podcast is available on the Adam Carricker website. the Character Chronicles, characterchronicles.com. Check me out. It's another way to see all of my episodes. I'm very grateful for that. Adam Carricker is one of my all-time favorite Huskers. It's a really cool opportunity. So make sure to check out that website, characterchronicles.com. They've got several Nebraska fan podcasts on there. I'm the most recent addition, and I'm very grateful for it. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Don't forget, Nebraska, Iowa, Sweet 16, this Thursday night, 6:30 Central. 6:30 Central this Thursday. It's going to be huge. Make sure to tune in. Thanks so much, everybody. Have a great rest of your week. And like always, go Big Red, baby.